Hey everyone, I feel like this whole month has been just doing roundups, and I promise going forward, especially into February, the content will get a lot more interesting. But I have a lot to share with you today because your favorites from last month were all over the place. So let's dive right in, starting with beauty. The number one beauty favorite of yours from December, 2019, was the Clinique Even Better Foundation, which is what I am wearing right now. I am wearing it in the shade CN02 Breeze. It's a cute little bottle. It's under $30 for this. It comes in this version and then a glow version. This is more just of a satin finish here. I have a bit of a glowy powder on top, so that's a little misleading, but it's a great little foundation. Apparently everyone feels the same way. Don't have to say too much about that. Next is this guy, and I have a brand new bottle. I'm so happy, and we're gonna ignore the dog wandering around behind me. This is the Colin Rothschild Micro Mineral Soothing Toner. The daylight is strong today. No ring light, just want to point that out, but very bright sunlight, so it's hard to see how pink this is. I will try to insert a picture of this from the website. It's just cute to have out on the counter, but I've said it before and I will say it again, and I've heard back from many of you who have reiterated the same statement. This really calms down sensitive skin, and when you are using Retin A, many of you have experienced the same thing I have. Normally when I've used Retin A before, my skin is very dry, it's flaky, I've had breakouts and flare-ups as I've sort of moved through the phases, but I started using this the same time I started using the Retin A, and well, when I really hyped up using the Retin A, like from once a week to more frequently, and I never had that problem happen. I use this twice a day after I've washed my face morning and evening. Next was what else is on my face, and it is this palette, which as of the last time I checked is finally back in stock and very reflective. It's the ColourPop Going Coconuts palette. Huge mirror. I love the non-cardboard packaging. It's $12. It's an amazing value. Look at those shades. They're beautiful. I pretty much used all of them. I've even used this really super white shade here just as an inner corner highlight. Or if you use one of the deeper shades all over the eye, you can just pop that right in the middle, a little halo effect. It is not carried in Ulta. You're gonna have to go online to get this guy. Then another eyeshadow palette made it to the top 5, which is surprising. That's usually not the case, and it's the Sephora I Love palette. I get this question all the time. It is, Marnie, are you sure you wrote this right in the description box? It says medium cool. So here's what it looks like, and I know, looking at it, you're thinking that is not medium cool. I assure you, right there on the back, medium cool it is. They have light, medium, and I'm assuming deep in cool and warm shades. They also have jewel tones and colors if you aren't into neutrals, but if you are, this is pretty fabulous. And then the 5th item that was your favorite in December last month was something I don't have. It was the Studio 54 Dolce Vita Christmas cracker, which is totally sold out at Nordstrom, but it is still fully stocked on the NARS website. So if you go over to NARS, which is linked in the description box, you can still pick it up. I might actually do that myself. I want to point out, even though you think the blush is super tiny, I have 2 of the blushes in different shades, but in that size. This is Impassioned. I bought this in 2018, and I use this several times a week. This is my go-to blush for travel, and as you can see, I haven't even made a dent in it. So $24 for the set is incredible. It is a really good value for money. All right, let's move on to clothing. I'll insert pictures here. The number 1 most favorite item of yours from last month was the Nordstrom quilted utility jacket. I picked mine up during the anniversary sale, I think for more than what it's going for right now. I feel like they've released even more colors. I have it in more of like a khaki shade. I wish I had picked it up in the white. If the white is still available, I've seen it in person. It is stunning. It's a real sharp jacket. It's lined in fleece. It's not super crazy warm. I wouldn't necessarily wear this as a winter jacket, but transitioning into spring, I think it's a perfect jacket. Number 2 on the list for clothing was the high-waisted legging from Walmart. I got mine in black. They also have it in navy, which I'm tempted to pick up, but I just ordered another pair of leggings from Walmart in navy, which I don't know in which order everything's going up. I'm filming a whole bunch at once. You may have already seen those. If you haven't, stay tuned. It's coming. they have some great legging options, and the high-waisted leggings that we're talking about here are $11. So they do hold you in. I wouldn't say they suck you in as tightly as Spanx, but pretty close, and that price point is pretty good. Number 3 in most favorite for clothing was the double-breasted pea coat that is perennially on sale, just constantly. I don't even know if they've ever offered it at full price. Mine is in camel. I've had mine for years. It has held up incredibly well. It is a beautiful coat. I love it, and I love the different color options. I would probably grab another one in maybe red. It would be great for the holidays just to kind of have for when those come around again later this year. So if you haven't grabbed it and it's still available, I don't know that you're going to be able to pick it up come like March, April. So I think our time is closing on that. Number 4 for clothing was the Sofia mid-rise ankle-length jean. These are kind of cool because the hem, it's the frayed hem on the bottom. Like it looks like someone just took a scissors to it, but it's a cleaner cut than that. They're super soft. They're super comfortable. And they do come in a variety of washes. They have dark, medium, and light wash. And then number 5 on most popular items, favorite items of yours, is this guy. Another option from Walmart. I mean, look at this. This one is a little bit on the higher price end because it's from Scoop, but this quality feels just like anything I picked up from any department store. It's $32.95. I think this is the sale price, and I absolutely love mine. I love that it's the leopard print, but it's a very neutral, with the gray and the black and then the pop of neon. I think it's really fun. Let's move on to accessories. So some Kendra Scott appearances here. The first one and the most popular for you in accessories was this guy. And this is if I can twist it around, there we go. The Kendra Scott L open frame earring. Mine are with the crystals. You can also get this option without the crystals. They come in gold, silver, and rose gold. I almost wore these today, but I opted for what's number 3 on the list. We'll get back to that in a minute. Number 2 on the list was a big one last month, probably because of the holidays. I think this is an excellent gift. I myself have purchased this at least twice to give as gifts. It's the Kate Spade 1 in a Million pendant. It's a really pretty sweet necklace. On the front, it's just a basic initial of your choice, but on the back I believe it says something like 1 in a million or you're 1 in a million, so it's a nice little sentiment. It's a good price point. It was on sale last month. Currently it is full price, but even so it holds up very well, and sometimes you can get it in other than gold. I know right now for sure it's available in gold. Sometimes you can also get it in silver or rose gold as well. So if I can find those other options, I will put them in the description box. Then number 3 is these guys right here. And can you hear? I love that they chime. These are also from Kendra Scott. These are the Simon earrings, and I love that she decided to go with the classic shape and sort of layer them one inside the other. And I chose the mixed metal option, so the bigger one is silver and the inner one is gold. But you can get this earring where it is all gold, all silver as well. Not sure about this whole thing with the hair, but it will make sense to you in a moment. Number 4 in accessories is a pair of earrings that I don't even bother putting away. I have a little tray of my most frequently worn earrings. Actually, these and these are usually living there. These have lived there since the day I brought them home. These are the Nordstrom brand cubic zirconia. I think these are the 4 carat. These were the most popular. Number 4 most popular, I should say. And I mean, they're faux diamonds, cubic zirconia. Call them what you will. There they are next to my head. But they're great. They're a great price point. They're a great gift. They're just one of those things you can wear every single day in all kinds of environments, all kinds of outfits. They're always going to go with whatever you're wearing. I love them. Clearly you do as well. And then number 5, which will make sense now, in accessories that were your favorites from last month, is this guy. This beanie from, what is it called? Barefoot Dreams. There you go. The cozy, chic, light maybe beanie, and it's still around. It's so soft. It is really cold today as I'm filming this, so it is nice to wear, and it matches everything else that we're talking about today. So really fun, and like I said, your picks were all over the place, especially in the next category, lifestyle. This is where I had the most fun looking at what you picked, because I've never seen a more random collection of things ever. Okay, number 1, it's the number 1 of 2019. It's just every month. I'm thinking this summer it'll die down, but it's the Kennebunk Bliss Plush Throw blanket. Do we even need to keep talking about this? I mean, I guess we do until everyone owns one, but there we go. Okay, number 2 is the micro cotton spa towels from Target. I got them. We were freshening up some towels in the guest room, and then I decided we needed more, and now I realize they even come in colors. I thought they only came in white. No, there are color options. They were on sale in December, but right now at full price, they're still a really good price. I've had some questions on how mine washed and how I wash them. I just followed the label instructions. I threw them in the washing machine at the temperature they recommended, which I can't remember what that was. And then I threw them in the dryer. Same deal. I didn't use fabric softener. I didn't use a fabric softener sheet. I did not have issues with shedding. I don't know why. No white fuzzies anywhere. I've washed them weekly since I bought mine in November. They just continue to stay soft and amazing, and I love them. And eventually every towel in my home will be replaced by these. They're great. Okay, number 3 is not something that I have specifically, but it is the latest incarnation. A lot of people, I'm not knocking them, they love their Dysons. That's great for vacuum cleaner. I am not spending $500 on a vacuum cleaner. However, I have always purchased Shark vacuums, and I shouldn't say always, because I've had the same vacuum cleaner from Shark for 8, 9, 10 years, I think now. They're relatively inexpensive compared to other brands. They've held up incredibly well. And many of you know, if you don't, I have a cleaning lady. Actually, she has a whole crew that comes every week. And she uses my vacuum cleaner to vacuum the house. And I asked her, what brand do you like? What, in your experience, she sees a lot of vacuum cleaners. And she said that in her experience, Shark has held up the best and sucks up the stuff the best. And she likes the brand. So I'm a big fan of Shark. So I have the Shark stick vac downstairs. I have the big vacuum cleaner upstairs where we actually have carpeting and like in the floor, nailed to the ground floor carpeting. And I love it. Apparently y'all love it as well. There are lots of different options depending on how much you want to spend, but there's some really good ones. Okay, I've gone on and on about vacuums, which is funny because we're going to talk about that right there next. Number 4 on your favorites in lifestyle was the ruggable rug. Now, I can't figure out exactly which rug this is. There's a few rugs on the website that look very similar to this one. And what I have is the runner, the 2.5 foot by 7 foot long runner. In hindsight, I probably should have gotten the 10 foot long one, but it's just fine the way it's fine. I do wash mine either every week or maybe every other week. It sort of depends on how things are going. As you can see, even though it's a little blurry, it lays just flat. The corners are not curling up. It is fabulous. There will be more ruggables in my home at some point. I love them. And if you have purchased these ruggables, please let me know in the comments below which pattern and color that you went for. I'm just curious. And then the last of your favorites and the last in accessories for last month of yours was this guy, which is all over the place. Let me zip it up and make it look pretty for you. This is the Beis Dopp cosmetics case, and I haven't even had a chance to use mine yet because we haven't gone anywhere. But when I do, I will. And it comes in other colors other than this ivory beige, but it has like a faux leather lined bottom that does unzip, as you saw momentarily. So this part unzips and opens like all the way if you want it to, and it's lined with waterproof lining. And then the top also unzips into this like doctor's bag kind of opening, so you can just stuff a whole bunch of stuff in here. You know what I'm seeing for the first time? I knew there was a plastic lined pocket here, but it says toothbrush on the side. You see that? It's very cute. And on this side, there are some slip pocket as well. It looks like it's gonna be really handy when I travel. I haven't gone anywhere yet. Next month, going to Savannah. So this will be coming with me. I'm very excited. All right, that was it. Those were your favorites from last month, and many of them obviously are mine as well. So there you go. Like I said, I promise with the top 5s and the best of, we're moving into more content-oriented stuff, moving on. But I always like these because it's fun to look at, and for me also, I can find things that are on sale or better price for you, or give you a little feedback that I've received to help you maybe make a better decision on whether or not you should purchase any of this stuff. So as always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for shopping my links as well. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.